Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. It's Friday, and I have with me my friend Danna.
Hey, hi everybody.
Cheryl's here. Hi friend, I miss your face. You got to hang out with Cheryl, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and we even got to do some shopping.
So jealous. When I lived in Florida, she and I used to have we would go thrifting. Do you ever watch Friends?
I've never watched it.
Well, there's an episode that we were ripping off of, and we would call it Star and Cheryl's Day of Fun.
Oh,
That's our secret, Danna. Yeah, we used to go thrifting. I miss her.
Yeah, she's fun to go thrifting with, and she's she's quite the shopper. She shops. She's very good. She's got a good eye, and a van full of stuff. So she's very good.
Yes. So we just kind of jumped into conversation here, but if you want to introduce yourself real quick to the people that might not know you.
Okay, sure. Well, I'm Danna Crawford. I've been known as the Power Selling Mom, and I've been an eBay seller since 1997. And in 1998, I quit all three of my jobs. I was a single mom, 3 kids, 3 jobs. And in 98, I quit all 3 of them. And then I went full time. And I also became a consignment seller in 98. And I helped people sell their Beanie Babies on top of my Beanie Babies. And once I helped this young lady buy a car with her Beanie Babies.
I'm laughing because nowadays they're poop.
I know. I have a huge tub and I let my grandchildren just go crazy. Pick out whatever you want. Take whatever you want.
So you helped someone buy a car with Beanie Babies, though.
I did. And that was my first lesson as an entrepreneur, to sell when the market's hot, because I thought, I'm going to help my kids buy cars. So I started saving them up, which was my first mistake. So, but we learn, we don't, like the Tickle Me Elmos aren't worth millions either. So
we're the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yep.
Actually, Furbies they're not worth as much as they used to be, but you could still get like $40 for the right Furby.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teddy Ruxpin's still worth money too, I think.
Oh, I did see that. I did see Teddy was still up there in price. So, we learn as we go along. And I always say, if you stop learning, you die. So you never want to stop learning. I don't know everything, and we just got to keep learning.
Well, yeah, nobody knows everything, and the market's constantly changing. The economy is constantly changing. And if COVID taught us anything, you could wake up one morning and the whole world could be different.
Isn't that crazy? It's so true. So true. So hello, everybody. It's nice to see the people in chat.
I'm just waving away. So if you guys haven't met Danna, she does work for List Perfectly, but she is a reseller as well.
Yeah.
And she is the queen of affiliate marketing. I attended your List Perfectly class on that. And not just List Perfectly and Amazon, you guys can get affiliated with most, even Temu has an affiliate link.
Yeah, Temu's funny though. They're kind of hard to get approved. I have actually tried, and I haven't been able to get approved.
I am approved.
Okay.
But I took the link off my link tree because I was getting a lot of flack from people because a lot of people don't.
Who are you?
People just despise Temu, and I'm here to tell you, I don't know anything about their clothes or the value of that stuff. I buy from them stuff like this, little rolls of thank you stickers for my packages.
Yep.
I buy these are my favorite, little Post-it notes with hamsters on them.
Oh, nice.
I get like stationery and stickers for my bullet journal, and I got a dry erase board for the refrigerator for our menu plan.
Oh, nice.
Their stationery is just fine, but yeah, I was getting like hate mail, like, how dare you be affiliated with Temu? So I just took it off my link tree. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because Timu's really bad at bombarding. Oh, hello, Texas mom, Christy. Yeah, we did some. I love Austin, by the way. If you ever get a chance to treasure hunt in Austin, it's a hot spot for sure. A lot of fun and a lot
I
of
will tell Keith hi.
great places.
Um,
Awesome.
I do like I got affiliated. Maybe it's because I did it like right when they first came on the scene.
Okay.
I had bought a bunch of stationery from them, and my friend Robert, the zombie bargain hunter, he was affiliated, and I used his link. And then he's like, "You should get affiliated too if you're going to keep buying stuff." And I
Yeah.
was doing haul videos of it, but people were getting mad. They didn't want to see that I was buying from this fast fashion place, and I'm like, "But I'm not buying fast fashion. I'm buying rolls of 100 stickers for $1 for my eBay packages."
Yeah, I've just bought fun stuff for the kids and the grandkids, and I bought like a soap dispenser and just some
Yeah.
things for my office and like you do. But yeah, but the bad thing about them is they constantly bombard you with, oh, you've qualified. Here's $10. Here's $5. It's like,
Mhm.
leave me alone. I finally had to I had to remove the app from my phone, and I had to, block them a little bit. And I thought, no, I'm going to come to you when I want to shop. I don't want you throwing all this stuff in my face.
Yeah, no, I agree. They message you a lot.
Yeah, it's too much. But as far as affiliate marketing, I am going to check back into the Temu one because I didn't see an option on that. But I do like the eBay. Do you do affiliate marketing with eBay?
I do eBay, Amazon. I have an Amazon store.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
if you guys don't know about that, it's in my description box, and I talk about cooking a lot on this channel. I'm going to start them again, I promise. My cooking videos.
Yes.
But I have like that little can opener you see in my videos, and my Yoda. I have a baby Yoda crock pot. But I dare say I'm a very good cook. I'm not a chef. There is a difference. I'm not Gordon Ramsay, but I can go into anybody's pantry and throw a delicious meal together just from the knowledge that I have of how to cook. And I have like purple Rachel Ray pans. They're in my store. I have a bunch of stuff in there for bullet journaling, and then obviously reseller tools and YouTube tools.
Sure. That's great. That's great because, I'm actually working on a blog post for List Perfectly. And yes, I did take a job with a position with List Perfectly. It'll be 2 years coming up, and it's been a wonderful experience. They call me the Director of Business Development is my title. And I actually enjoy working with Clara very much. I work very close with her. And we talk about strategies, and she asked me to write a blog post about affiliate marketing. And so I'm working on that now because I love multiple streams of income. I don't know about you, but it's nice getting that little bonus. I just got one the other day from Google for $150. And it was like, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So it's nice when those bonuses show up, right?
Oh, I love it. Keith and I do our accounting every Thursday, and I always let them know whenever the notice comes in. I'm like, our affiliate money came in, so you'll have to look that up when we do our accounting. And some months it's $18, and some months it's $250. Like I can tell you around Christmas time, it's a lot. Right. And the something that a lot of people don't know about the Amazon affiliates is it 24 or 48 hours the cookie stays.
I think it is. No, I really don't know.
It's either 24 or 48. I'm not. But if you throw an affiliate link up and say Danna clicks on my affiliate link for my can opener and doesn't buy it, for the next 24 hours, I think it's 24, it might be 48. For the next 24 hours, if Danna on that same machine or same phone goes back to Amazon and buys cat food, I get affiliate money for that cat food.
Yes, that's right. So I always tell everybody, thank you for the cup of coffee, because it's not like you're making millions. Hey, Jennifer, it's not like you're making millions, but it's really nice to get a cup of coffee or, a few bucks. And if you're going to shop anyway, I'll tell you what, no matter where you're shopping, somebody's making affiliate money. I don't care where you're at. I don't care where you're shopping. Somebody is making a cut. So why not let your friends make a cut? Because, we're all in this together. And I'll tell you, on all the affiliate programs that I belong to, List Perfectly, I gotta admit, is amazing. Their affiliate program pays really well. It pays every single month, and
it's lifetime.
And it's lifetime. So as long as you're a subscriber, you do have to be a subscriber. So, but I know people that just don't use List Perfectly. They'll go in and join for $29.99, and they're making hundreds and hundreds of dollars just because they want to be an affiliate marketer. So, there's lots of options there.
And Keith does refer to that as my forever money, because I'm still making affiliate money off of people I signed up in 2019, 5 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. And
no other affiliate program pays you forever. It's usually like, after someone signs up for their first 3 months or something.
Right. Or like there's some companies that will pay out for the first year or the first 2 years. I've been with some companies like that, and it's like, oh, I missed that. But I also do affiliate marketing with Constant Contact, and I've been marketing with them at least 15 years, and I'm still making money off of that every month.
I'm taking notes. But yeah, you can do eBay, Amazon, List Perfectly. And I'm going to say this, and please, Clara, don't kill me. I love you so much, and I love List Perfectly. But even if you don't like List Perfectly and you use something else, we won't say their names. They're bad words in my house.
Okay.
If you use another program, you can still, like Danna said, you can get the $29.99 lowest tier, and you could sign up a couple of people, and then it's paid for. And any more above that, it's extra money.
Right. Yeah. And, I mean, you got to be ethical too. You can't, promote two companies or companies that are in comparison. I'm a believer you should promote what you believe in. And if it's a product you believe in, and that's why I work for List Perfectly, because I need them. They help me grow my business. I had a sale today on Resellers Collective, and I was just so happy because I would have never been selling on that platform had I not been on List Perfectly, to be honest with you.
And I totally agree with that. And I can tell my viewers, honestly, anything you ever see me talk about or affiliate, I use it.
There you go.
I don't just promote things I like.
That's right.
Use List Perfectly day in and day out. It is such an integral part of my business at this point. I don't remember how to list without it, to be honest. And anything you see in my Amazon store in the kitchen section, I actually have that stuff in my kitchen, and I use it every night. So I don't ever promote anything unless I've ate it, used it, tried it, bought it.
That's right. That's right. And that's the way it should be. I've had people contact me. I have a website called powersellingmom.com, which is a lot of affiliate marketing type website. I do make pretty good money from my Google ads on that website. However, people will reach out to me. I do allow sponsored posts. So I will let them write a post for $150. They can post a blog on my site, and they can have up to 3 follow links on my site. So that's another avenue that you can offer. However, I've had people come to me from casinos, from, different websites, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't promote that on my website. Or I've had people offer me a lot of money to blog about them, or a lot of money to write articles or to put them on Instagram. And it's not a product that I would ever use. And why would you want to ruin your friendship with your followers by promoting something just because you're going to make money off of it? And it's really not a very good product.
Exactly. So I do agree with that. But Danna does have a blog. She has a podcast. She has lots of places where you can get a lot of great information about affiliate marketing. I can speak today. I did in the description box, guys. I dropped her Instagram link, but I also dropped her link tree, so you can see all the information.
Oh
there.
yeah, thank you.
And you should be following Danna. She's got a lot of great information. So you became a reseller in 1998.
Yes. And then I've been selling full time on eBay ever since. Still am.
So eBay's your first love.
Yeah, eBay is my first love. And I did learn about affiliate marketing on MySpace. I know I'm old, so hey Becca. So on MySpace, and then I soon discovered, I was so excited when I discovered that I was getting more traffic coming in from MySpace to eBay than I was on eBay. so, so
I remember MySpace. I actually liked MySpace. I
know.
You could have like your little top 5, and you could have music and blogs.
Yeah.
And it was like Facebook with blogs and music. It was great. Yeah.
And Tom was your best friend.
Tom was my number one friend. That picture.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He was like looking back or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was how we grow. So all of you who are, new and you just get started on something, that's where your foundation is. And that's where you keep growing and growing your business. So then 2 years ago, when I learned about List Perfectly and I got involved, and I was like, okay, I have been, 100% eBay dedicated. eBay is my true love. And I was like, felt like I was cheating, I was cheating on my beloved eBay to put items on other platforms. But eBay has grown tremendously, and competition's a little bit tough. It's a little bit more challenging than it used to be. So that's why we have to do promotions and keywords and, a lot of different things. And now selling on multiple platforms.
Yeah, I agree. eBay, I have a love-hate relationship with eBay.
Okay.
But I will never sell the volume on any other platform that I sell on eBay. It is global. It is international. Everybody knows it. It's mentioned on sitcoms all the way back to the 90s. I can't pick up a book and somebody's not referencing eBay.
Right.
Everyone knows everyone knows what eBay is.
Right.
A lot of people shop there.
Yes.
But on the other marketplaces, there's like a whole different group of people that you wouldn't reach on eBay. So the Macari folks and the Poshmark folks and the Vestiaire folks and the Grailed folks, they're all different people.
They are.
And don't forget about the bots that crawl and put you on Google. The more platforms you're on, the more likely you're going to show up in a Google search because you're in more places.
That's right. That's right. I know there's been some talk about, well, your same picture, your same listing, your same title is showing on all of these platforms, and Google's not going to put the same one. And I started thinking about that. And so I started doing some research and doing my own testing on incognito on some different laptops and trying it out. And I was still showing up, but it was interesting because sometimes it would be eBay, sometimes it would be Depop or Grailed or Posh. And I thought it was really interesting because Google has enough sense not to put 5 times across 5 different platforms of the same item from the same title, the exact same words, this exact same photo. So they are pulling at least one of them. So one of them is good.
Yes, and you're more likely to get pulled. It's kind of like casting a bigger net.
There you go. Very well said.
Take a little butterfly net to the ocean, you might catch one little Nemo, right?
That's it.
If you put on a big net, you're going to get all those fish like in the movie when they're all stuck and saying, just keep swimming.
There you go.
So yeah, we're going to touch on our meetups too.
Yes.
Danna and I actually, let me put the seller. This is the seller events link on eBay seller community.
There you go.
And Cheryl has one too. So check there wherever you live and see if there's a local meetup group in your area, and their events will be posted. I do have one here. So if you live in the Pittsburgh area, do you have a Facebook group for yours?
I do not. Okay. I do not. I'm on meetup.com and on Meetup, or on seller events.
Yes. That's my Facebook group. So even if you live like 2 hours away from Pittsburgh, join my Facebook group because there may be a time when you can come out and join us.
There you go.
And then Danna, you're in Punta Gorda.
That's
Am I
it.
saying that correctly?
Yes. Some people say Punta, some people say Punta. I don't think it matters. It's the same. It's Punta Gorda, Florida.
I just watched a Dateline about a murder in Punta Gorda today.
Don't.
And there was one about in Tucson as well, which is where I'm from. And I told Keith, it's weird that in the same day I saw both.
Wow. True crime lady.
But Keith Morrison from Dateline does say Punta Gorda.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard it said all different ways, but yes, I have a meetup group. We just had our second meeting on Wednesday. We meet the third Wednesday of every month.
So do we.
Do you?
Yeah.
At what time?
4 p.m. to 7.
Okay, I'm at 11. So there you go. They could just make the tour the same day.
Yeah, that's a pretty far,
that would
far
be
away.
pretty far.
But that's just, we used to be the second Monday.
Okay.
But for scheduling conflicts in my own schedule, I just asked. I'm small. I have like 3 people.
Well, we had like 7, I think. Yeah. But I had 15 sign up. So, it's a challenge especially when you're new, and especially after the holiday, you're trying to relaunch your meetup. You're trying to get people to come, and they sign up and then they don't come. So I think that we have to be a little more strategic with, marketing. Now, Cheryl Hinton is in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Her meetup is on Tuesday, the third Tuesday of the month. And she meets in Wesley Chapel, and she's the Tampa area meetup. And she's really good at getting people in. And I think her magic is she puts an ad in the paper. She puts a free ad in the paper. And I think that really helps a lot.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Me too.
It is hard to get started when you're new. When I was at Camp Listing Party, I talked to Brian and Kiyomi. Am I saying her name right?
Yes, that's correct.
Kiyomi and Brian. And they said that it's normal when you're new, you're going to have like 20 RSVPs and 1 person show up.
It's true.
But as long as that 1 person shows up, which for me, my friend Karen, for the longest time, it was just me and Karen.
Uh-huh.
And we would get like 10 RSVPs on the seller community site and like 3 on Facebook, and it would always just be me and Karen. But I said, as long as 1 person shows up, it's worth my time.
That's right.
Because I learned about jewelry from her. She has come on this channel.
That's right.
We've gone thrifting together, and we have a great friendship. And now we have 4 people, but you know what? Now we're meeting. I should say we're doing the third Wednesday of every month for dinner, and we're doing 1 thrifting excursion a month.
Oh,
so
nice.
Next Saturday, we're going to the best church sale in the area.
Really?
Everywhere I've ever lived. This church sale is renowned. Okay. They have like 5 buildings. And
oh my gosh.
So we're going to meet there this Saturday, and I'm not tomorrow, but next week.
I can see Cheryl packing her bags. She's she's getting the itch now. She's going to want to do a road trip. I can tell.
We had 14 sign up and 7 showed up. Yeah, I think this is my theory. I think people are interested. Well, here's the thing also. I should mention this real quick. I'm all over the place. This is how I talk.
It's okay. I'm good. I'm following you. We're good.
When I talked to Kiyomi at camp,
yes,
they have just implemented this recently, but now they send out emails to all eBay sellers if there's an event within 50 miles of you. So whenever the event leaders like me or Cheryl or Danna put an event on the website, on eBay, it emails any sellers to their email address that's registered with eBay if they're within 50 miles of you.
Okay.
It didn't used to do that. So when I was really struggling, and it was like for a long time, no one would show up, and I would be sitting there by myself eating dinner. Don't feel sorry for me. Listen, I was eating a salad bar, which is my favorite thing to eat, and I had a Stephen King book. I'm good. Yeah. But Kiyomi said they were going to start doing that, and now they are. And here's what I think. People are interested, so when they see their email, they RSVP because they're interested, but then they just get busy or they forget. Mm-hmm. Not everyone keeps a detailed bullet journal like me. People forget. And I also think I don't want this to come across rude, but it is irresponsibility. They think, oh, it's just a seller meeting. Plenty of people go. If I RSVP and I can't make it, I don't have to tell anybody. But don't forget that we make room for you guys. We reserve room.
Right, we reserve. That's the problem. I know. Luckily, what I did, excuse me, if you're thinking about starting one and when you go to a location, I talked to them ahead of time and said, look, what's the slowest time of day and your slowest day? Because I would rather, not take up the time of waitresses. And, if I tell them I've got 20 people coming and only a few show up, I think that you're better off choosing a place. That way it's not real busy. And then, I just think it was more cozy also, not being in a super busy place. Because I've been to some meetups where you can't even talk. You can't even talk because it's so loud in there. And, free is good, but, you want to be thankful that you're going to a place that's free. And you do encourage everyone to buy something off the menu, a drink or an appetizer or just buy anything off the menu to show your appreciation. But
yeah, we all actually eat. We have this place called Eaton Park. It's local to Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
Everybody around here just loves it. And I don't know if you know Jason Wells.
Yes, of course.
He lives like 2 hours north of New York, but he has family here. And every time I mention it with my group, he's like, you're going to rub it in that you at Eaton Park? Because like he misses Eaton Park. Like everyone around here, they have a really good salad bar. They have soups and pies and they're like a diner, but like kind of upgraded.
Okay.
And everybody just loves their food. And they're never really crowded. And some of the locations have rooms you can reserve for free.
Nice.
I don't know why I put it in quotes. But okay. you reserve it, but it's free. And everybody around here loves their food. So
good.
We all eat. I pig down. That salad bar is the best salad bar. Cheryl's eating there.
Yeah. You'll have to fill me in, Cheryl. Cheryl, she made the drive to my meetup. And since January, I was going to her meetups. And then I took a little break. And then things have gotten really busy at List Perfectly. So we've got a lot going on with changes and rollouts, and auto delist is here. I just
testify.
I couldn't wait. And I love watching it. Like I had my sale today on Vestiaire Collective and I'm like, okay, come on, take it off eBay, go on. And sure enough, boom, 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 pulled them off all the sites. So
it's just so refreshing for me because I can be downstairs on my day off, watching a movie, reading a book, and I hear the cha-ching up here in my office.
Yep.
And I ain't got to worry about it.
Yep, I know.
It's going to do its thing.
I love it. And I like to travel so that I know that I can go and have fun with my family, or I can go on a cruise, or I can go traveling and I don't have to stress about my sales. Of course, I don't do my shipping. So I'm kind of spoiled because I use eBliss Reseller Solutions and I ship all of my inventory to them and they do my shipping for me so that I can so that I can travel. And that's really my goal. My goal is to keep setting myself up with my job at List Perfectly. I can work from anywhere. Everybody works remote. So I can work on a cruise ship, which I'm going on in April. And I can do stuff and not worry about my listings, my sales, my shipping. It's all taken care of. And I do list everything on List Perfectly, get it shipped off, and then once they receive it, then on my free time, I just start making them go live and just do the final edits. So it works out really well.
I have a note here I want to ask you about eBliss.
Sure.
So you mail your inventory to them.
Yes.
And how do they know when you sell something so that they can ship it?
Yes. Well, they are connected with my eBay account. They're listed on the eBay account and also with Poshmark. So I don't have to notify them at all. They get notices from eBay and Poshmark. Now, on the other sites like Vestiaire, Macari, Depop, Grailed, Etsy, on the other sites, when I get a sale, I simply get my make a copy of the shipping label and I email it to them. And so that's how they know about that. Otherwise, they automatically know about eBay and Poshmark.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm going to address Jennifer's comment. I like never want to people, but when I have it planned ahead, I know I can. So like, I shouldn't say I never want to. When I go to the events, I have a great time, right? But you have months to prepare yourself mentally if you have anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess I should say, as long as I'm planning ahead, I can go people. But if you came in here right now and said we're going out, I'd be like, no, we didn't plan this. It's
okay.
Friday. Friday does not include peopling.
Oh, my daughters are like that. Yeah, they got like spreadsheets made out way in advance on activities and where I could drop everything and go. I
have to be prepared.
Yeah. I
do things in a certain order. Jennifer wants to know how you do your send the label on a cruise ship.
How can you what? How do I do that on a cruise ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just email. You email the label.
Yeah, so you have Wi-Fi on cruise ships.
Always, yeah.
So when I advertised this live show, I mentioned all the things that Danna does, and I said, "Come find out how she does it all." And it's List Perfectly, it's eBliss, it's time management. But you go on a lot of vacations.
I know.
No, don't be something. That's great.
No, you know what? I just feel my clock is ticking. And I feel like I've got so much things I want to experience. And I do my best to be able to schedule cruises. And then I schedule so that I got to have dedicated baby time with the grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really important to me. So like this Sunday, I've got the day with one of the babies. So the 1-year-old little boy. So I get to spend all day with him. So I make sure that every month I've got baby time with each child. I've got 5. So I make sure I got baby time. And then my times. Like tomorrow is Danna day. So tomorrow I'm going to practice, or I'm going to list. I'm going to sort some piles that I have. And I'm going to go through some stuff to get them ready to send off to Denver to eBliss. So you have to dedicate days, like you do, pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I will drop everything. If a baby calls and wants me, I'm there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
not quite there. I'm an empty nester, but my babies aren't old enough to have. Well, I guess technically they're old enough, but they will be 20 and 23 this year.
Oh, okay.
I had to do the math. Yeah, he was born right after 9/11, so 23. 20 and 23. Please don't yet, guys.
Your life changes. That's for sure.
I bet. Do you have any pets?
Well, my son gave me a cat, so I have a cat. Otherwise, no, I don't have any pets, but the cat, he's here with the cat. So I have a cat and a son and a daughter-in-law and a baby with me right now. But now I already told him, when you guys go back to Denver, the cat stays. But he said, no, he's got to take his cat back. So I've gotten attached to the cat.
What color is it?
It's tannish yellow.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really a good cat. He sleeps with me every night and he's just so sweet.
I love animals so much.
Yeah.
I always tell Keith, there's animals like all the way across the world that have never met me, and I'm already in love with them.
Oh, I know. When the neighbor's dog is loose, I'm like running outside. Oh, your dog's loose. Let me help. Because I love dogs. I love animals too. I had a beautiful collection of bunnies in the backyard of wildlife until my son came with his cat. And so now the bunnies have moved. They've moved out. So, but I
remember the bunnies. You shared pictures of them.
Yeah, they were fun, but the cat now has marked the whole territory.
Yeah. So I if you've already heard this story, guys, I'm sorry. Danna hasn't heard it. Our backyard backs up to the woods.
Okay.
And then our deck is the way that our house is set up. A lot of houses up north, northeast. Your whole first floor is usually your basement and garage. It's not like it's your whole first floor. You usually come in your front door and you go up to a second floor to even get to your living room and kitchen. And then your bedrooms will be on the third floor.
Okay.
So I do have a lot of space for inventory. I have a whole first floor. And then so the deck is the second floor. So I can go outside and then there's like a little patch of grass in the woods. So when I first moved it back from Florida, I said, oh my gosh, I'm feeding the animal. So now I have rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, possums, raccoons, deers. And if it's a bird, it's been here. Cardinals, blue jays, woodpeckers,
Fun.
doves, barn doves, all kinds of animals. And I go out there every morning and Keith says I'm like Snow White with my food. Like, and all the animals come to eat.
Oh, fun.
And the entire wall on that side by the deck of the living room is all glass. So I have a couch facing it and I can work on my laptop or just sit and watch.
Yes, I love that. I love that. That's wonderful. Well, I got to say, my daughter-in-law, she is Becca Hustles. So that is my daughter-in-law that is staying with me. And when she came to me, she was already familiar with eBay and she had some issues with her eBay account. So she's got that straightened out and she's back up on track. And she said that she wanted to learn about affiliate marketing. So I've been helping her. I've been mentoring her. She's, it's been a lot of fun. She's like becoming a case study for me because I'm getting her up and running, and she's got her YouTube channel, which everybody needs to go subscribe to, Becca Hustles.
Let me get the link for you guys.
Yep. She's probably blushing right now, but,
I think I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, good. Yeah. Her YouTube
now I'm subscribed.
She did a Temu unboxing. So she's funny. But she did a video of our meetup the other day. So I think it's about ready to go live if it hasn't gone live yet. But I wanted her to share with the world how meetup works so that we could encourage people, to come to Punta Gorda to our meetup. But also, if you want to start your own meetup, to encourage people as well. So
yeah, I was going to film our church sale outing.
Yeah.
We've got one member that's a lot like Keith that will never, she even said before she came the first time, I'll come as long as you don't take pictures of me or ever put me on camera.
Okay.
She's like, I'm like your Keith. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll get your feet. If we ever go
That's right.
Oh, thank you so much. I haven't really been making a lot of reels. It's a whole long story, but right now we're focusing on listing. We're trying to get to 4,000 active listings.
Okay.
Which is what we had before we went to Florida.
Okay.
And so right now I'm focusing heavily on that, and YouTube and reels and stuff is kind of still getting done, but on the back burner.
Sure.
And I also tell people I'm not a content creator. I am not a YouTuber. I am a reseller who sometimes makes content.
Right.
But I'm a reseller number one first. Yes.
That makes sense. I know it's challenging, and I do a lot. And I also launched a podcast that is called the Power Selling Podcast, and it's on YouTube and it's on all your major podcast players. So it's been a lot of fun putting it together, and List Perfectly has been gracious enough to sponsor it. And it's just been great. It's been wonderful. I'll have you on it also. Anybody else would like to be on my podcast, please let me know.
Just let me know, and I'll put it in the bullet journal. And once it's written in there, I'll be there.
Great.
Once it's in the schedule.
I'm actually booked up through April. So I've got.
I'll come on in May. That's my birthday month.
Okay. Perfect.
That's my birthday month. I like to do fun things.
When is your birthday?
May 9th.
Okay, I'm the 13th.
My son's the 11th. My youngest baby. May's a good month to be born. I'm booked up through March. So you got a little bit more bookings ahead of me on yours.
Well, I had a lot of people that when eBay did eBay Open last year, and List Perfectly was a sponsor of eBay Open, and it was just such a wonderful event that eBay did live events at different meetups around the country.
They came
And
here.
yeah, so List Perfectly, did they? That's right. Duh. They did.
That's where I met Karen, my one member forever.
Okay. All right. So List Perfectly sent swag and different things for people that were doing those. So one of the ideas was too that they could be on the List Perfectly podcast and they could be on my podcast. So I'm playing catch up, getting everybody on the podcast. I just had, well, the one that went live is with Nanette from Long Beach. She has the Long Beach meetup. And that's the newest post on my the Power Selling podcast on Instagram and also on the podcast players.
Do you have a specific day that you record, or do you?
Oh, you're going to hold me to this right now.
No.
Oh, I say I have to get out my calendar. I like to record on Wednesdays when I'm not doing my events, although I did one the other day. I was just home in time to do my recording. So,
Okay.
but I like Wednesday afternoons, about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Eastern.
I'll get up with you on Instagram.
Okay.
We go grocery shopping every other week.
Okay.
So, and it's Wednesday. Like when Doug invited me on his show, he invited me. I said, I can't do it this Wednesday, my Walmart day. But because we make a whole day, we go out for lunch, we go walk around the mall, because we walk every day around here.
Oh.
But on the days we go up there, we walk our laps around the mall.
Wow, that's nice.
We're like old people.
That's really good, though. And it's funny that we were talking about food and groceries earlier. And I subscribed to HelloFresh. So HelloFresh, I'm sure you've all heard of it, but excuse me, I don't cook. I don't like to cook. And so my daughter-in-law, when she was coming, I said, okay, I'll buy all the food. You do all the cooking. So that's been working out great. So I've just been ordering food and she just does all the, she even cleans up. That's
awesome. Now I love to cook. I've already said that earlier. It's one of my favorite things to do. Keith cleans up, so it's fair.
Nice.
But I'm so anal about everything. I have an entire spreadsheet with a rotation for our menu, and I menu plan for 2 weeks and go to the grocery store once every 2 weeks.
Wow.
But I don't know how to cook without cooking for like 20 people. So I really only cook Mondays and Tuesdays, big meals, and then we eat leftovers. And we also have like those big deli type containers. We have like 3 rows of different kinds of soups at any given time in our freezer. So I love to cook, but I don't do it as that every night because I make so much food. Like I don't know how not to. I'm cooking for 2 people, and it's like this big pot of chili. I'm like, oh, you want this from your grandparents?
Gosh. So I'm a Taurus. You're a Taurus too, right? Star.
I am.
Yeah.
And it's really fun when you have a Taurus kid.
Yeah.
My dad was a Gemini. He was May 24th. Yeah. I actually have, let's stand up real quick. This actually hangs right here in my office.
Look at her. There's a List Perfectly ad. Oh, nice.
I found this at a thrift store and it was like 50 cents. And he's like, do you want them for your office? I'm like, yes, please. And you guys get the List Perfectly ad while I hang it back up.
There you go. I'm curious. Is there anybody here that is not using List Perfectly, has never tried it? You can put your hand up or say yes or no in the comments.
Yes. We're going to do a giveaway at the end. I have a hashtag they have to use though.
Perfect.
I
was just curious.
What kind of stuff do you sell? Tell the people.
I sell all kinds of stuff. I like most people, but I'm a consignment seller, so I get interesting items sent to me, but mostly fashion. But right now I'm selling very rare Disney items. I have about 800 and some listings, and that fluctuates up and down all the time. But right now it's a lot of Disney and a lot of clothing items, rock and roll. One of my clients was a backstage manager for Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
So he sends me some really interesting things. And then another client just retired from Disney, and he was, I guess he was pretty famous. His wife was the first female engineer that worked at Disney as in the Imagineering division of Epcot Center. So they were part of the building of Epcot and built a lot of the animation. And so they have very rare items that I've been listing. And I just sold a framed Walt Disney picture for $500. I sold another one for $1,200. I sold that one on Poshmark.
Wow.
$1,200 picture of Fred Astaire from the Disney Museum or something, and couldn't believe I sold it on Poshmark.
So this is all consignment?
Yes.
Okay.
So I get half.
Do you ever thrift and sell your own stuff too?
Oh yeah, but I don't thrift hard. I'll go thrifting with everybody, and I tend to find stuff and give it to whoever's with me, or if no one wants it, then I'll keep it. But I don't thrift like I used to. I love flea markets. Those are my favorite, and estate sales. But we were talking the other day about Brimfield. I love shows like that. I love really big shows that are like antique shows.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff is what I really like.
That's cool. I personally don't even like to thrift.
You what?
I'm a reseller who hates to thrift.
Really?
I don't like peopling. I'm very reclusive and
Where do you
herdy.
get your inventory?
I order a lot of bulk stuff online and have it sitting there. I will go because we have 99-cent day here.
Okay.
At all three of the major thrift stores here on different days of the week, they have 99-cent. And we do a volume-based business. So we buy stuff for $1 that we can flip for 15 to 20 and just do it in volume.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go and I'll load up. Cheryl has been with me and seen me how I load up my carts. Like tall. But I can get 500 pieces and not have to come back for a while, right?
Yeah.
But I order a lot of stuff, and like in the winter here, it gets really cold and the roads get icy and snowy. So like in the summer, going into the fall, we will oversource. We'll buy way more than we need, and we start ordering a lot of wholesale delivered here.
Oh,
and then we just hunker down for the winter and list from that.
Okay. That works.
I do miss thrifting with Cheryl. It was always fun with Cheryl. Made it fun. I really enjoyed going with her. So I'm hoping my new friends will be fun to thrift with. But now I'm into jewelry, and I do have a source for that. Whistle Pig Market on Etsy, and you can use code HIPPO. She'll give you 20% off.
There you go.
But I get big boxes of jewelry from her, and it takes me a couple days to get through it all. So, but it adds like 200 listings. You know what I mean? So, but I don't like people. I like outside. I like animals and my books. Everybody else can go away.
Aw, that's interesting. I like thrifting. There's when I first moved here, I've only been here a couple of years in Punta Gorda. And when I first moved here, I was looking for meetups, and I'm looking to see what's out there. And I found one called the Thrifting Bitches, and it was on, I know, right? I was like, oh, I would fit right in there, I think. So I went and joined them, and they had a meetup to go thrifting planned. And I went there, and I'm in this thrift store, and the bitches didn't show up. So I was like, what kind of a meetup is this?
That's funny. I laughed really hard because I'm in a book group on Facebook called the Bitchy Bookworms. And it's a bunch of women talking about what we read. It's a great group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say like I'm totally antisocial. I do enjoy reseller events.
Yeah.
But for my anxiety, I have to know way ahead of time.
Okay.
I have an entire list for packing, and I have to prepare myself. And it's this whole big ordeal, and it takes me like 4 months to decompress and get back to normal.
Okay.
But I have fun when I'm there. It's such a buildup and such a bleh.
Yeah.
But I do like the events, and I have certain people like Cheryl I really like thrifting with. But if I have to go out there by myself and deal with most people who are just buttheads or zombies wandering around the store on their phone, not paying attention to what they're doing, it just really
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just trying
I'm not a like
That's
if I could like never leave my house except for like once a year to go to some event and see my friends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would get everything delivered here. I can go to listing parties. I can have people on my YouTube. I can still socialize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to leave the house to have friends in 2024.
True. It's true. No, you don't. And I remember when my kids were younger and my son came home from school one day and I was on my computer and he goes, Mom, have you been on your computer all day? And I'm like, well, yeah, you need shoes, you need things. I'm trying to make money. And he goes, Mom, you need to get out. You have no friends. And I said, have you seen my friends online? I have thousands of friends. And he's like, Mom, they're not really your friends. Would they pick you up if you needed a ride to the airport? And I was like, where did this come from?
I mean, I can honestly say I think I've met some friends in reselling that would probably help me hide a body.
I've
got some good friends. Cheryl, I'm looking at you. But I mean, the listing parties, that's enough socialization for me. I have one.
No, the listing party. Yes.
We craft. So I get to, and it's my friends. It's one group of people that usually comes every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we sit and we do different crafts and we talk and we bullshit and we just have a good time.
Yeah.
Brian drinks wine. It's a good time. It's like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
And then on Fridays I have true crime. And 9 times out of 10, we don't even talk about true crime because we're all friends and we want to talk about our week and what we did. And did you hear about this? And did you hear about that? It's just like being at work around the water cooler.
Sure. Yeah, listing party is amazing. For those that don't know, listing party is a bonus, I feel, a huge bonus perk with your List Perfectly subscription. And you can join in 24/7. There's a room there that's open 24/7 and it's available. There you go. It's a
Keep talking, I'll scroll.
And then if you go to look at the events, you can see the events taking place. Our friend Trish runs a mastermind that's on every Monday or every day.
Every
morning. And then you'll see there's different ones coming up. Some of them are educational, but I'll tell you what, you learn something in every one because
here's my craft one. Listen, I would not be selling jewelry
had you not learned.
Did you see me not remember what tab to go back to?
That's okay.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing crafting parties, I co-host with Dawn, and he was always doing jewelry.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's who I buy it from, the Whistle Pig Market. And I'm like, I'll buy 1 pound. Just to dip my toe. I fell in love. I'm like, this is the funnest thing. No, plushies don't listen to me. Jewelry's the funnest thing.
That's okay. You go through phases, you go through phases, and that's how you learn about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you learn something. Here's Jennifer. She does one on how to cope with neurodivergencies like ADHD and OCD, anxiety. We all have that. I have that. Here's my true crime.
There's
a Friday night sipping list. They all bring wine and they have a beverage and they list together. I mean, there's just, and my other favorite thing about this is the listings. So you can cross post everything that you sell to List Perfectly.
Yep.
And most of us, I believe that everyone I talk to loves to support one another. So if I'm looking for a pair of blue jeans, I don't go to eBay and search eBay. I go to a listing party.
Right.
List Perfectly. I search those listings so that I can purchase from somebody in the community and help support their business.
That's right. Yep. I know. My granddaughter had a Little Mermaid party and I was like, I got to find something with Little Mermaid. So I went to listing party, put it in, and I found a tea set that I bought from Libby at Cup of Consignment.
Yeah.
So, and I ended
Oh,
up buying, yeah. So you shop from each other. That's the
Like
beauty.
if I was looking, I love I don't even remember what kind of jeans do I wear. But okay, let's say I'm looking for a new Doctor Who t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I would just type that and apply it. And look, some of our members actually have them. So I'd have to find one of my size.
Yeah.
Which there isn't one, but let's pretend I'm not fluffy.
Yeah, and I'll just point out that we're not actually selling on the listing site, but it's promoting us on the different. So you can see Poshmark, you can see Instagram, is it that you have it listed on?
Yep, and this one has Grailed.
And Grailed. So you can go to the site and then purchase it. So List Perfectly is not a site to sell your stuff directly on the marketplace. It's not a marketplace.
No, it takes you to the marketplace, but it's a way to support the people in the community. And then there's also, you have a profile. So if you're looking for a VA, you can find VAs on here that have been vetted. You can put yourself up for hire if you want to be a lister for somebody.
That's right. If you're a consignment seller, you can put that up there as well.
Yep. There's a lot of great stuff in Listing Party, but I have to say the listing parties themselves are my favorite because it's a way for me to socialize without leaving my house.
Well, I have to say that List Perfectly, the Clara and Amanda, the founders, they have created such a wonderful community for all of us resellers that is just, it's easy to embrace the community and just grow together because we all want to make money. That's the bottom line. We're all trying to make money and we're not in competition with each other. We learn from each other and it's just a wonderful
community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I try to tell people. There's other options out there, but List Perfectly is the only cross listing that's much more than cross listing.
Right. Inventory management. There's just so much.
Inventory management. And the thing I love, let me put this out there, you guys, because a lot of people don't know this. I brought it up at my meetup. And people were like, what? I didn't know that. But all the people at my meetup use the LP. But if I put all my listings in the List Perfectly catalog and something happens in life that I have to step away from reselling for a while, there's no contracts. And by the way, there's no contracts. So you can go up a level or down a level at any time on. So if something happens and you can't afford the $69 Pro plan, you need to step down to the $29 Simple plan. You can do that. You can go back and forth. There's no contracts. You can leave. You can come back. But if you have to leave, you can come back in 2 years and all your listings are still going to be in the catalog.
Still there. Even the photos.
So all you got to do is push them back out. And I like the catalog because I do like an inventory audit like once or twice a year. And I always find 100 things that fell off eBay because the eBay gnomes like to eat your listings. I don't know where they go. And it used to be back in the day before 2019 when I met Claire and Amanda at eBay Open. I'd have to go downstairs, pull it out of the inventory, bring it up here, rephoto. Now I just push one button and it goes back out of the eBay.
Yep. Listed quickly.
I love it.
Yep. So you can tell we're true fans. But, it's fun to share what works and helps you to be more productive and simplifies your selling life as far as I'm concerned.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I ask everybody that comes on this channel.
Okay.
And then we'll do the giveaway after that. All right. The first one, a lot of people give resellers a hard time and they say that we're stealing from the poor and we're wicked bad because we buy all the toys and sell them at Christmas. And so what's your take on that?
Wow. It sounds like jealousy to me. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is jealousy. I think that everybody, we're all equal. There's equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody can have a chance at making a living, having a hobby, or whatever direction you want to go. But I feel that if somebody's selling something at a price that they're asking and I'm paying the price that they're asking, I can pay that price and do whatever I choose with it, whether I'm going to make extra money or I'm going to give it away. It's still my, my right as a human being.
Yes, I agree with you. I think people in toxic jobs are salty that we're living the dream.
Well, and the grass is always greener. I mean, people say, oh, do you work, do you travel, do you really have a job? And it's like everybody is wired differently. We're all wired differently. So I like a lot of stuff going on. That's just me. I gotta have, and I get bored. So it's like, okay, I want to work on this. Now I want to work on that. Now I want to go work on this. And now I want to go over here and play with the baby, or I want to go do this. I like having a lot going on, or I'm not happy. And I was telling someone that story one day and they said, well, you must be happy all the time. But I'm not. I have my moments, but I'm wired to have shit going on. I have to have stuff going on all the time, where some people need that break. They need, I
sit here every Thursday for 8 hours and do photos.
Okay.
I have to have one. I do, and I film on Fridays, all my videos for the week.
Okay.
I do one thing. I hyper focus. My OCD kicks in and I can just, but I also watch TV while I do it. So it's not like I'm just in here listening I take a break it's not 8 hours straight. I take a break for lunch. We go walk every day for an hour. I take an afternoon break and I watch movies. Like, it is not a hardship for me to sit in here and watch horror movies and true crime and take pictures. It's just not.
Wow. That's funny. You're going to laugh, but I'm a 90-day fiance freak. So I watch all of and The Single Life. I love The Single Life. I watch The Single Life, anything on Discovery Channel. Right now I'm caught up on everything. So now I'm watching Married at First Sight. So stupid.
I watch things like Fear Thy Neighbor and Killer Women and Snapped and Dateline.
No, I like love and romance and all that. It's just fun.
I don't even I love psychological thrillers, but if they're too spicy with too much romance, I'm done. Done. Just done. But that's why there's so many different genres of books and movies and shows, because there's something for everybody. Everybody's different. Right.
Yeah, I like reality TV, but you like reality TV. I got a wild hair over here. You like reality TV because you like true crime.
Yes, absolutely. And then I watch like my sci-fi stuff with Keith. We like Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I like True Blood. The books are better than the show, by the way.
Jennifer, I am so upset that I did not know that when I was there. I am so upset. I would have been all over him with trying to get selfies. I totally missed that opportunity. So she's talking about when we were at Camp Listing Party, the hotel that we stayed at had one of the guys from 90 Day Fiance that I recognized in my mind after I left. But I didn't even get it while I was there. Benjamin, that's it. Benjamin. He had the girl from Kenya. He married the girl from Kenya.
That was a great meetup.
It was.
Or event or conference, whatever.
It was so much fun. It was just, well, when we got in the elevator though, do you want to?
I do actually. That was my segue, because I actually have the video.
What?
We're gonna watch it.
Oh God.
I have it ready to go. Hey, there's Jennifer.
Oh, look.
There's Cheryl.
Oh,
these are all my friends. Okay, so this is in the elevator.
Yep, there we all are, stuck in the elevator, panicking. I have never been stuck in an elevator before in my life. Were you?
That was my first time.
Yeah.
And
I'm texting Clara. I'm calling Claire, and Clara's out there trying to get us help.
She's on the other side of the door. She's tapping it. Can you hear me? I'm right here. I inwardly was having the biggest panic attack of my life, but outwardly I looked cool, calm, and collected because I was focusing on getting content. But when we got off, I started bawling.
Oh, yeah.
The minute Clara said, "Are you okay?" and went to hug me, I was just like, "No, I'm not okay."
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic. And so I started feeling it, but I decided I got that mom instinct where I just started taking care of everybody. So I was
that kept you calm. I went to content creator mode, and
but I was upset, freaking out, going, "Oh my God, oh my God.
We're gonna die." I really thought we were gonna die. I thought they were gonna have to call the fire department.
I thought we were gonna drop. That's always my fear.
Well, my fear was they would get the doors open and we would have to climb or something.
Oh gosh.
But when they did open the doors, we actually had stopped to where we were okay to just walk out, but they had to get the crowbar. We're telling the story out of. So a bunch of us were on the elevator and it started to drop down one floor and it only went like this much and it stopped. And it was definitely stocked and we were in there for 10 minutes.
Hours. It was
hours. I want to say it was hours. It felt like
10 minutes, but it seemed like days.
Yeah, not with my disability, Cheryl. But it felt like days. They were going to call the fire department. They had to go get a crowbar. One girl in there was very upset.
Yeah, she was very upset.
But when we came off was when I lost my shit because you know how you can be stoic and cool until somebody wants to hug you and then you're like, oh,
when you're alone.
When Clara hugged me, I just started, I'm not okay.
Yeah, that's what happens when you hold all that in. But yeah, so lesson learned, check the elevators out.
Well, then I did have to keep using the elevator. I can do stairs. Like I live in a 3-story house, but it's easier for me if I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm really slow on stairs. And those ones were like in the middle and they kind of like curved around and up. The ones at home, don't laugh at me, but I like lean against the wall and go down sideways like a crab. So the wall is supporting my back.
Okay.
And just kind of go down the stairs like a little crab. So I kept using the elevator, but I was terrified.
Well, I used a different elevator because they had options. So I just never used that elevator again.
I didn't go in that one anymore.
Yeah,
everyone else was like, we're doing the stairs. And I'm like, good for you. There's no wall for me to lean on. You do my little crab walk. And when I tell you guys that I have found ways to live my life with this disability, I really have. You have to. And I'm fine with it. It's my life now. But it's funny whenever anybody sees me go down the stairs the first time, I'm like, don't laugh. And I back right up against the wall and slide sideways down the stairs.
Oh, well, that's okay. That works.
And then I have like 3 rolly chairs in here that Keith puts all my inventory on so I can push everything around. And
perfect.
I do plush and jewelry a lot because I can sit to take the photos.
Yeah.
So you got to do what you can do. And I tell people that on this channel all the time. Anybody can do anything. You just have to figure out how.
Yep.
And you have to have the want. You have to want to do it.
Yep. And then once you figure out how, then you always work on ways to simplify it and make it easier.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So the next 2 questions I have to preface with something I say every Friday. You guys hear this, but I think work-life balance is so super important. I think if you work too much and you're not balancing it out with friends, family, pets, feeding the animals on the deck, whatever it is you do, you're not mentally healthy. And if you are not mentally healthy, you're not good for yourself, your business, your kids, whatever.
That's right.
But if you aren't working enough and you're fiddle farting around too much, you're not making enough money. So you got to find that balance. So what do you do for fun, Danna?
I go on cruises. I am like a cruise addict. There's so many cruises that I want to go on, and I've got my list, and my goal. So I live for rewards. I work for not only making money and getting my bills paid, but I also work for rewards. And I think that it's very important to have a reward. And it could be as simple as get your nails done, or go for a pedicure, or go for a hot fudge sundae, or you've got to have some type of a reward for yourself. I do anyhow. Mine,
Mm-hmm.
I got to have that reward, or I don't feel that I deserve things. So I have
I'm
to have.
the same way, and it's on a daily basis. Like if I get X amount of work done before lunch, I can take a little bit longer of a lunch and read my book while I eat, and to me, that's a huge reward. And if I get X amount done before my afternoon break, I let myself read for 2 chapters.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Christy, Alaska, you're going to love it. I went to Alaska to celebrate my divorce. I went on a trip to Alaska, treated myself on a solo trip. You're going to love it. It's so much fun. Alaska's amazing. I highly recommend the helicopter excursion. But anyhow, I went through, when I had some time off, I went through the training to become a travel agent so that I could get discounts on my so now I'm a registered travel agent. So I wear that hat as well.
That's funny. Hey, you know what? I do stuff to save money all the time. That people look at you like, what?
I know.
Like I got Amazon Unlimited, Kindle Unlimited for 2 months free. And I am reading my face off. Like reading everything I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
And I'm not watching any TV or any movies right now. It's all about the reading because I want to read as much as I can.
Okay.
Before I have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
I read like a book a day, Danna.
Wow.
So if I literally paid for the books I read, I don't know that I'm a speed reader. I read fast, but it's my number one priority, and all my downtime is reading. And I'm an insomniac.
Oh, okay.
But if I always this joke, I always tell people if I paid for my books, I would go broke faster than a drug addict.
Oh.
I mean, it would be very expensive. I have certain people I collect, like Stephen King. I have all his like first edition hardcovers and some other authors. But I don't buy everything I read. I usually do the Libby app, which is the library. It's free.
Yep.
And I'll do unlimited is $11 a month, but right now I have it for free. So now I'm like powering through. Yeah, I do use Libby, but there's a lot of authors that I really like. For instance, I'm going to go off on a tangent if Danna doesn't mind.
I don't mind. You do it. It's your show.
I have just discovered, apparently the whole entire world knew about her, and she's an amazing author. I didn't know about her until like 2 weeks ago. I joined a psychological thriller book group on Facebook that my horror book group recommended. And Frida McFadden writes the absolute best psychological thrillers I've ever read in my life. And I can read one of hers in a day.
Wow.
And she has an exclusive contract with Kindle that all her books go there, her ebooks. Her physical books go to the library, but all her ebooks are only available on Kindle. You cannot get them at the library. So usually once or twice a year, I'll get Kindle Unlimited and I'll pay for like 1 or 2 months and just read all those authors that I can't get on Libby. Danna just left us. I hope she comes back. But I do try to always read on Libby, but there's a lot of authors that I can only get on Kindle. So I do that like once or twice a year. Red, white, blue book wall. Those are the ones I collect back there. So when Cheryl and I used to go to red, white, and blue, I'm hoping Danna comes back. I'm just gonna keep talking about books. A lot of those Stephen King. There she is.
I was trying to post something in comments and it said I had to be, it said it wouldn't allow me. Anyways, sorry.
That's okay. Cheryl brought up the red, white, and blue we used to go to, and a lot of the hardcover Stephen Kings and the collectors like Edgar Allan Poe I have back there and stuff.
Oh, wow.
I found there for real cheap. But you have to be really special in my heart for me to buy your books. Because I don't have a lot of room and they are very expensive.
Oh, wow.
I have every book Stephen King ever wrote.
Wow.
I've read every book he's written more than once. Nerd.
That's amazing. I'm not much of a reader. I'm not at all. I'm like one of them, okay, just quickly tell me the info I need. And
No, I like read, like if there's a long line at the grocery store, I'll read, right? Because I read on my phone. So my Kindle and my library app are on my phone. So wherever I go, I have a library and I read at the doctor's office. I read when Keith is driving. I read while I'm stirring and cooking. I have my phone and I'm reading.
wow.
I just love to read. It's the biggest priority to me.
Yeah, that's what you love. That's good.
So yes, I'm a huge nerd. That's Sunshine Drift. What was I gonna say?
I was trying to answer. I lost it now. Somebody asked me about the travel.
Training.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I need a discount on everything. I'm missing hotels. Yeah, it's great. You do get discounts on hotels too. So, yeah, just message me and I'll send you the information. It's powersellingmom@gmail.com. And I'm happy to share it with you. It's you have to pay to become a travel agent, but it's like $190. So anyhow, and then you get a code. Once you get that code, then you qualify for discounts at whatever you're signing up for.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be messaging you.
Okay.
If I'll have to do some price comparisons and see if the $190 is worth what I would save.
That's right.
And it actually, the stars align when things need to happen, right?
They do. In fact, I just I'm going on this Virgin cruise and I'm paying $100 a night.
And that includes food and everything, right?
Virgin is 20 restaurants, no buffet, no kids, adults only.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. So my goal, and then of course, now I'm an affiliate. So my goal is to go on this cruise and take a ton of pictures and make videos, and then I'll be promoting it. You'll see it on my Instagram. And then I'll have my affiliate link is already on my link tree. It's already there. So that's my affiliate link for Virgin.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But like there's no reseller events this year. Okay. But prior to me finding out that there weren't going to be any, last September, October, Keith and I had already made a decision that I wasn't going to travel at all this year.
Oh, okay.
And all the money that I would have spent on an air ticket or on a hotel, all the money I would have spent because I usually go to a couple a year. I'm going to take all the money that I would normally spend and put it aside because we are crossing a big thing off of our bucket list probably next year.
Okay.
We want to go to London.
Yes. I love London. It's my favorite city.
Never been. Well, obviously it's my bucket list. And Keith does not travel. He does not like people, but he wants to go to London.
Yeah, it's worth it.
And we are going to see the Harry Potter Museum and the Doctor Who Museum and the Buckingham Palace and all the stuff. We watch a lot of shows that are in the UK, so it'll be neat to see.
Yep, we'll keep saving up because our dollar isn't worth crap over there.
Yeah,
so
I heard.
That's kind of a bad thing. But so
the airfare I've seen isn't that bad.
No, airfare is not that bad. Hotels are a little pricey, but the you could always find Airbnb, or worst case, you could stay at a hostel.
No, not with Keith. People's worse than I people. So you go on cruises for fun. You wike. I was trying to say like and watch at the same time. I said wike. You like your reality TV shows.
Yes.
And you spend time with the grandbabies.
Yep. And I go, sometimes I go line dancing by myself. I go to a couple places. I go to or when they have training, I don't know how to line dance still. I try to follow along and pretend, but it's fun. I like to go. I know everybody's like, who goes with you? I'm like, nobody. I just go.
Listen, I go out to restaurants by myself.
Yep, I do too.
I read books, but
Yeah.
I go to movie theaters because he doesn't really like horror movies.
Yeah.
And so we'll go to the theater together for like the superhero movies that we both like. But if there's a new horror movie, he's not interested.
Yeah.
So I have no problem going. I like myself.
I
I'm
do too.
confident in being alone.
Thank you.
Actually, sometimes I just love going to a restaurant by myself. That's why I said when no one used to show up for my meetups, I was fine. Because I can read in peace and I don't have to cook.
That's right.
Clean
That's
up
right.
and all that.
So I'm a loner. I'm a loner. I'm an only child.
Me too.
Oh, there you go. See? So I like doing stuff alone. And I'll tell you what, it's the first time I've been single. You know, I got divorced and I've never been single. So I'm just having a blast. It's all about me now. That's it.
Yeah. Well, see, with Keith, he actually has social anxiety.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, he people's worse than me. So he goes out less than me, but he doesn't care what I do. Like, I could go out to dinner with friends every night, go to book clubs. I don't, because I don't like the people either. But when I do want to go out, he never wants to go. And it works out for me because he gets quiet time alone to play video games. And I get to go, because I still like to be alone. I love Keith. He's my ride or die. Trust me. But, you know, we were best friends for 10 years before we were together. We've known each other for 18 years, 19 years.
Nice.
He's my ride or die, but there's still that little only child inside of me that just wants to go be alone.
Right. Yep.
Always.
I get it.
You get it. Some people look at me like, how do you go to a restaurant? Are you embarrassed? And I'm like, embarrassed of what? I like myself.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I love myself. I bring Keith stories back. Also, every day on our walk, we walk for an hour every day. That's our business meeting time. But if we don't have anything to discuss about our business, Keith gets to hear about the books I'm reading. He gets the stories.
That's great.
Yeah. But he loves video games and I love to read, and it's a perfect match because we can sit on the couch every evening. We're each doing our own thing, but we're together. I just don't like, I don't know. All my stuff is here and it's quiet. There's no people.
Right.
But I do love to be alone, and I think it stems from, and that's probably where my reading stems from, being an only child. My mom was an avid reader, and she had a whole room in our house that was wall, ceiling to floor, just books.
Yeah.
And I would just go in and read in the summertime.
Yeah, my mom's an avid reader. She's a speed reader. She reads a lot, and I just never really got into it. I got into writing. I had like hundreds of pen pals all over the world. So I always got into writing letters. My first social media, I guess. Pen pals.
Pen pals. I remember pen pals. They used to make us do them in school. And pick somebody in England or Australia. Yeah, that was fun. I said they made us. I enjoy it. I like writing too. So
I used to put ads in like Teen Beat magazine saying pen pal, I'll be your pen pal. And I'd put little ads in like the teen magazines for pen pals.
I think that's when my love of stickers started too, because I would always like cover all the envelopes with a million stickers. You know, I still like, as an adult, I have them on every page of my bullet journal. That's what I buy from Temu is my stickers. Oh, funny. Yeah, Mary can relate to pen pals. I just, I don't know. I think being an only child, you really get to the point where you have to be comfortable being alone. Yeah. And I think we are nothing against people with siblings. I'm not saying you don't feel this way, but I think only children are really comfortable in their own skin because we have to be. Yeah. You know, you're just there in the summertime by yourself. You're 11 years old because back then, latchkey kids, you know, 8 years old, your parents left you home alone. They didn't care. Yeah. All right. So what's your other question? Or was that it? The last one is, I want to know what you're doing this weekend. Oh, well, tomorrow I'm listing all day. I plan on listing the entire day. And I hope to clean my bedroom. And Sunday,
I have to be there at 7 in the morning so my daughter can go fishing, and they're going to take the 4-year-old with her, and I'm going to watch the 1-year-old baby, and I'm going to hold him
Oh,
all day long.
and kiss them and hug them. Squish them.
Yes. And then I'll have a backache, my knees will hurt, everything will hurt, but it's okay.
It's worth it.
Yeah. And then every Monday I watch my daughter's 2 little girls every Monday, and one of them is in school half a day. So every Monday, and I work from there. So I have meetings with Liz Perfectly and I have stuff going on, but I don't tell my daughter, but I do let them have my phone when I I let them have my phone and my iPad when I'm so I'm not supposed to, but I do. They don't tell. So
Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to give away 3 free months of List Perfectly Pro Plus.
Yes.
To one lucky winner. Pro Plus is the one that auto delists your listings when they sell. It has the sync, which I actually like the sync more than I like the auto delister.
Really?
It catches a lot of errors.
Yes, it does.
What the sync does is you run the sync in your list perfectly. And if something is marked sold and list perfectly, but they find active listings on other platforms, they warn you so you can take them down. And opposite. So if it says you don't have it on list perfectly, it's not active on any platforms, but we found it over here. That's usually a double or some kind of mistake. I'm so obsessed with it. I run it every day. At the end of the workday, after I've done all my listing and my cross posting, I just run it real quick just to make sure we're good. So it has that. It has the auto delist. Comes with all the listing parties. Comes with everything else. Everything else has. You guys have heard me talk about a million times. So the only caveat, Clara said she wants this to be somebody who's never used List Perfectly before, to give them a taste, rather than giving a free month to someone who's already familiar with it. So we want to give it to someone who's never tried it before.
Yep.
So let me do this real quick. If you want to try it, you're going to type in hashtag Pro Plus.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag Pro Plus. Type that over there in the chat. And
over here. Oh no, it's over here.
It's somewhere. I have like absolutely no depth perception, and I used to like try to point to my guest, and I'm like, Mary. Then I like Mary. Mary's cool. Mary and me are Dave Ramsey people.
Oh,
we're both debt free.
Where's Mary from?
I don't know where Mary's from. Tell us, Mary. Mary went and actually saw Dave Ramsey in person and got to do the debt-free scream with him.
Oh, wow.
And she called out my channel. She like shouted me out. It was really neat. Cheryl, wow. Too. Yeah, I am debt-free except for rent. And we're only renting because we'll be inheriting a house.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Oh, you're next door. See, you need to come to a Pittsburgh meetup one time, Mary. You are right next door. Oh, Mary might be the only one in the chat that doesn't have.
No, I thought, what about Christy?
Well, she uses something else.
Missing out.
I mean, I see her advertise it, so I don't know if she has an affiliate with them or something. I love Pittsburgh too. Yeah, we're debt free except for rent. And then not that we ever want it to happen. Please, not for another 100 years, but eventually we are going to inherit his grandparents' home, and then we'll be completely debt free.
Nice.
No rent or anything, but I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, no, knock on wood. No, I just have a mortgage myself.
We just had our car breakdown last year, and I bought a new car, 10 grand cash. Boom. I don't want debt. Got to replace that in the emergency fund, but that's what it's there for. Because I don't want to end up paying 20 grand for a 10 grand car, even interest and everything else, right?
No. Oh my goodness.
Debt free is the way to be.
Chocolate. Yep. That is
chocolate.
My weak spot.
Yeah. So while we're waiting, I think Mary might be the only one, but what kind of chocolate do you like?
Milk. Milk chocolate.
Any brand?
Oh God. I love Lindt.
Hmm.
It's probably number one. Godiva. I love Godiva. Now this weekend, my daughter has got me so hooked. She had me download this. I think it's called Ibotta app. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
It's I. No wait. It's I. IBOTTA. So you get cash back from doing your shopping. So I'll send you a referral link. I think we each get $5 if you
Please
want
do.
one.
Because I do
So,
Fetch too.
okay. So yeah, so she's got me hooked on this. Oh, see, Mary knows about it. And so she told me about it. So I went to Walgreens the other day and I was going to go in and I had to bring a FedEx. It's great you can bring FedEx into Walgreens. I love that so much. So anyways, I went to Walgreens and I thought, well, before I go in there, let me look at this app that my daughter told me about. So I'm sitting in the parking lot going, oh, Nestle's Crunch Bar. I get $1 off. I get I get this if I buy a Nestle's Crunch. There were 2 different types of Hershey's bars. So I thought, okay, I'll go in there and buy these. So I went in there and bought all this chocolate that I didn't need. Almost forgot my box. I had to run back out to the car. The real reason why I was there. Go back in, go to checkout. And then I think I'm all done. And then I said, oh, where's my receipt? Because once you get your receipt, you have to scan it into the app. And he said, oh, you're on no paper. You've gone paperless at Walgreens, so it was emailed to you. And that don't count. So I was like, what? So I contacted the website. I'm trying to load my emailed app, and then it clearly says on their terms of contract that you can't, that you have to have. So I'm like,
Fetch will pull from your. I have my Fetch. It pulls from my Walmart, my Amazon, and my email. So like when we do order food, like Chick-fil-A to go pick it up.
Yeah.
Fetch will pull that right from my email.
Okay. Cheryl, is that the one that you sent me? Cheryl Hinton. Oh, it is.
You can link it to your Amazon, your Walmart app, and your email. And anything you purchase that gives you e-receipts on any of those 3 apps, it'll pull and you get your points.
Okay, Cheryl, you need to send that to me again, please. I know.
But I'll look at Ibotta. So I'm not a big chocolate fan, but I do like it once in a while. So I buy the tiny bar, the mini.
Yes, that's safe.
I freeze them.
Yep.
I love frozen chocolate.
Well, I saw on a reel where they took the bananas, they laid all the bananas out on the cookie sheet, and then they covered it with peanut butter. Actually, I figured out later that you have to put the peanut butter down first. Okay. And then you put the bananas on top, and then you melt the chocolate and you pour it over it all, and then you put it in the freezer and you make bark. Oh my God, it's so good. Except I didn't know how to melt chocolate. So the chocolate didn't melt right and it tastes kind of burnt. But it's still
double boiler, people.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'm a cook. I knew that. I learned it from Gordon Ramsay.
Well, then my daughter-in-law came home and I'm like, yeah, I don't know why the chocolate tastes burnt. It didn't even, they made it look so easy on the reel. They just poured it all over. And then she said, oh, she calls me mommy. Oh, mommy, you have to use a pan with water. And I was like, what?
The double boiler, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, but that's a wonderful recipe if you do it right.
So do you slice the bananas?
I made them in little pieces. Yeah, little, slices of banana. First put peanut butter down and then little slices of bananas. And then you pour chocolate and put it in the freezer and then break it all up. And I have it in a big baggie in the freezer. So I just reach in and get little pieces out.
You know what else would be good on there? Pretzels.
What?
Pretzels.
Ooh.
Pretzel pieces like crumbled.
That'd be nice.
I'm going to make some. Like I told you before, I don't know how to make anything without cooking for 20 people. So every time I make a cake or muffins or anything, we go to his grandparents for dinner every Sunday. And I'm always bringing them half a cake or a dozen cookies because I love to cook and bake. I bring them big things of soup, my homemade soups.
Wow.
I don't know what I would do if I didn't have people to share my food with.
Well, at Thanksgiving and all the holidays, you know what my family has me bring? Bread. I
Bread.
bring
Okay,
the
you know how to
rolls.
cook. I get it.
I bring the
The
rolls
bread and the soda, right?
and the butter. I'll bring the butter. Bread.
Upside.
Okay. All right.
All
Sorry,
right, well,
just chattering away. I apologize.
that's fine. Usually the people that when people come on here, we sit here for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and the first half of the show is all about reselling, and then
Okay.
I like to bring people to my channel to give people a view of something different. I sell mostly jeans and plush. Now I'm learning jewelry, but this channel's jeans and plush and Star reads. So I love to bring people on that could talk about clothes or consignment or affiliates, you know,
Yeah.
and people who like sports or something different.
Yeah, of course.
Hi,
Heather.
Heather. So I wanted to also bring this up real quick. If you're in here or on my Instagram or know somebody, send me a message on Instagram if you want to come on a show. I'm only scheduled to the end of March, and up through May. I need to get scheduled through May. In June, we'll be doing something different. Be a big surprise, which I'll tell you about once we're not live. But yeah, we're like I said, we're focusing right now on listing, and everything else is on the back burner. But in June, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on content and doing my live show a little bit differently. So, but if you guys want to come on, like, you don't have to be a huge YouTuber or big on Instagram with 1 million followers. You don't have to be. You can just be a reseller, I know, and you can come on here and talk. And you know what? I feel like people like to hear from those people more. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, when you have the big YouTubers on, you guys have already watched them. You already know what they have to say.
Yeah, that's how I like my podcasts.
Yeah. So I guess we will wrap it up here. Mary's going to be the only one that entered. So I didn't get to do my giveaway tool. It's so fun.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see it, but next time.
Well, I can show it to you with one person. Not as, it won't even let you. But what it does is it runs through all the names. Where's my tab? It's really cute.
Okay.
So Mary McQueen, I guess you can, do you want her to email somebody in particular?
Oh yeah, you can email me, Mary. It's, you can email me at powersellingmom@gmail. Sorry, you should email me at Danna, DANNA @listperfectly.com.
I'm putting it in the.
Keep my businesses separate here.
Yeah. All right, so Mary, you get 3 months free of List Perfectly.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes,
here, I'll grab out my pom-poms for that. Ooh.
I don't know if you can see mine. They're stuck in my books.
These are my old ones, actually. I need to get out the new ones that eBay sent, but those are my Congratulations, Mary. And I can't wait to see you at a listing party.
Yes. Come to one of mine.
Yeah.
The crafting parties are fun. Okay, so usually before we leave, I just ask if you have any last words of wisdom that you want to share with the people.
Oh my gosh, I didn't prepare.
If you want to think about it, I'll go through my whole thank you speech.
I do every week. No, I'll let you go. I know we all have. My belly's growling for dinner.
Yeah.
But, I just, don't be afraid to jump in. That's always the thing. If you're not at a local meetup, then it's good to start a local meetup. And if you need any help starting a local meetup, I'm happy to help you. I'm sure Star will help you as well. We can guide you for getting started. Cheryl, any of us can help you get started on a meetup. It's just so nice to get together locally in person, in addition to joining a listing party. And yes, I've not made it to the Cactus Blossom Resales squirrel listing party, but every time I want to go, there's always something going on. But I really love popping in to anybody's listing party. Even I popped in the very beginning. I remember I popped into True Crime, even though I didn't know anything about it. But I did pop in once. So I do try to pop in, but otherwise, those of you that are with List Perfectly, We'd love for you to create a listing party of your own. And it can be about any topic from true crime to whichever you want to share. If you're knowledgeable about something, and everybody knows something about something, I'm sure of it.
Or you can even create one to learn. You can create a listing party that says, I want to learn about Plush. Come to this party and teach me. And
there
people
you
will come
go.
teach you.
Love that.
So you don't even have to create one to be the teacher. You can have one just for socializing, or
bring them in,
or say, I need to learn about, I want to know about, and people will come.
Do one. I don't know. I did my first whatnot. It was a complete fail, disaster. So I'm not thinking I'm going to go that route. But if you are knowledgeable about whatnot, like I think Miss Cheryl Hinton is, she would be a good one to share that kind of information at a listing party. I think a lot of people would be interested in that. I gave it my best shot. It just didn't go too good.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. I thought
there was absolutely, I was telling Rachel Strickland, she was on my channel last week. At one point I had like 30 people in the chat, but nobody was talking. And I can't keep, I'm like a vampire. I have to have energy to keep up my energy to do a show. And if people aren't talking to me, or I don't have a guest, or I don't have somebody to act off of or have chemistry with, I can't.
Did you sell anything?
We sold stuff.
Oh.
But I did my shows with Plush, and I made them dance and sing and talk. And I would start out like high energy, but nobody, there could be 30 people, and I would call them out by name with the animals, and nobody would talk or chat. And I just, I can't.
Well, I had 2 people show up, and I was like, well, thanks for coming, you know. And I just kept, and then when I first started, I put everything on, I thought I put it on auction at $1 starting auction. And here I had them all on buy it now at $1.
See, Keith did do all my background stuff for me. So he was sitting here, right here, just off camera, and he won't talk. He would to get my attention, because he will not talk on camera. But he did all the back end stuff for me and set it up. But I just, when I'm pre-recording YouTube, I can talk to myself in my wall all day long. I'm fine, because it's pre-recorded. But when I'm live, I like to have feedback and people to talk to. I don't even come on lives without a guest anymore. I like to have that
interaction.
Yes. And if Whatnot would allow co-hosting the way Poshmark does, like you can co-host on there, but then whoever's Whatnot you're on, that person has to send the other person the labels. It's a whole big pain in the ass.
Yeah, no.
If they would allow it the way Poshmark does, me and Robert would do a show together. But
okay.
Not gonna happen. Okay. I also want to add about the local meetups. If you don't have one in your area, start one.
That's right.
That's what I did. I left Florida right when Cheryl's got started, and I had FOMO, and I'm like, and there wasn't one here, so I started one.
There you go. That's what you do.
No, Robert is Zombie Bargain Hunter. He is the plush king of the West Coast, and I'm the plush queen of the East Coast. But yeah, so everyone that's watching live, I just want to thank you so much. You know, I say this every week, but I really mean it. All of our time is really valuable. So if you took time to spend with me and Danna today, that does mean a lot to me, and I really do appreciate you. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you too, because you just took an hour and 44 minutes of your time to listen to me and Danna chat. But it does mean a lot to me when you guys tune into the live show, whether you watch it live or later. And thank you, Danna, so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just like a very informal 2 friends talking on this channel.
I love it.
So yeah, thank you again. And I say this every week, but I mean this too. Take some time off this weekend. Find that work-life balance. Take some time for yourself. Watch a show, go for a walk, feed the squirrels in your backyard. And don't forget your friends, family, and pets. They need you too. So take time off, find that balance. And I will see you guys next Friday, same time, same place, with Christy, Texas Mom.
Ooh, I can't wait.
She'll be here next week. So, Danna, again, thank you so much for coming on. And everybody that watched, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And all of Danna's information is in the description box.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.